Hey, hello everybody, my name is CoolBlue, and I'm once again bringing you another video about Casters Network and things that we're going to be doing. And the first thing is, right there, the Caster Trials. So as far as the Caster Trials go, this is an introduction video to what the heck those are, because, I mean, sounds fancy, sounds cool, but an idea is only as good as the action you put behind it. At least that's what I believe, or at least that's what helps me sleep at night. So, anyway, the idea is in full fruition. It's going to happen, guys. It's finally going to happen. I've been talking about this for freaking ever, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Right there, Casters Network presents the Caster Trials, because who doesn't need double intro videos? So this is a nice little slideshow I threw together, and for all those who watch my other videos, you might be familiar with some of these pictures you see on the side, but let's not worry about that. So the topics of this video is just the purpose of the trials, what are the trials, because it's pretty important to know what the heck you're getting yourself into, and how will they be presented, because at the end of the day, you're not doing all this work for nothing, guys. So we're going to be talking about that in a few short slides. So the first one is the purpose of the trials. So as far as the purpose of the trials are, well, I probably should have defined the trials first, huh? The trials are basically a series of challenges for you to do. They're specific type things that you go through when you do your cast, and it'll be one trial per cast. Maybe one day we can upgrade to do multiple trials per cast, but for all intents and purposes, guys, stick with me, try to follow along. I will explain the trials in the next slide, which I should have reordered this, I understand. But anyway, the purpose of the trials are to build experience, to garner exposure for anybody who's trying to get their videos out there, trying to get their name out there, because we will be pushing this and promoting it as much as we can on our CastNet related sites. And to sharpen your skills, because some of these challenges are absurd. Like, one of our challenges is a quad cast. I mean, I don't know what game you're commentating on, but 4 people trying to talk all at once about the same exact game is going to be pretty hectic. So that gives you a general idea of what the Caster Trials are. Now, as far as what are the Caster Trials, like I said, I should have done this one before I did the other one. There are 7 trials, 2 categories, and the first category is required, the second category is optional. And as far as the required category goes, you have your solo cast, your audio only cast, your POV cast, and your quad cast. Now, and then your optional cast are your dual cast, your post solo cast, so it's just another solo cast, and a reflection, which would kind of be done in an interview type style. And just to take a few moments to explain each one and what they would entail, the solo cast is just your normal cast before you do any of the trials, as far as your very first trial, so trial number 1, of course, solo cast. The second cast, trial number 2, will be the audio only cast. So what this cast is going to force you to do is going to force you to explain more of what's happening. Like, yeah, we understand it's obvious that people can watch your videos when you do your cast, and of course all this is relative to Dota 2. You can apply this to other games too, but from my perspective, I'm doing this in a Dota 2 perspective, for anybody who's wondering. Hence the music, hence the pictures. But the audio only cast is like, you have to explain to everybody what's going on when something happens. Like, you can't just say, oh look, the tower is taking damage. You have to say, oh look, Lone Druid is coming from the front doing damage to the tower, and they got a whole entire team of Windrunner plus Bane coming in from the backside, and it might be something interesting about to happen. Like, you have to think of that on the spot, and you have to be quick about it, because a lot of things happen in Dota. You can't just casually say, oh, look at the goal graph, and then go into something else. You have to explain what the goal graph, or what's going on in the goal graph, because we can't see it. So boom, the audio only cast is gonna, for lack of better words, or to put it all in summary, work on your play-by-play. As far as a POV cast, what that will basically be is you have to go into a game, a random pub, whatever you want to go into, and lock your camera on one specific person in the entire game, throughout the entire game. So whether it be a support, whether it be a mid, whether it be a carry, whether it be another support, doesn't really matter. You have to stick with that person the whole entire time, and you have to make it through your commentary, keeping people interested, while only looking at what the heck they're looking at. So this is going to work into your skills with analysis. It's basically what the whole goal of the POV is. So basically you have to, instead of saying, oh, they bought an Iron Branch, you have to explain why they're buying the Iron Branch. What items might they be trying to build for? Why are they trying to build for a Heaven's Halberd when there's Anti-Mage? For obvious reasons, right? But you got to explain it to the viewers. So that's going to work on your in-depth analysis, for those wondering that. And the quadcast, that one is going to work on your ability to cast with other people without over-talking your co-caster. Now, for all those who don't know about casting, this is one little unknown thing that people don't tell you, is that silence is your best friend. I'll repeat that. Silence is your best friend. It's very difficult a lot of times for me when I'm casting to not talk, because it just feels weird. It's like, I need to say something, something needs to be happening. So Quadcast is going to test and push that to the limit, because not only are you there, but other people are there that want to talk, and there's 4 of you. So there's you and 3 other people trying to talk about the same thing, and you got to be not only aware of the fact that silence isn't a bad thing, but also aware of the fact that you don't want to overpower your co-caster. So that's what the Quadcast is going to be aiming at, and I'm probably going to try to find a game that lasts like maybe at least an hour long for those, so it can have enough time for people to say things intelligent, as opposed to have 20-minute games where people can't say anything anyway. So those are the required ones, and what required basically means is that if you want to do the Caster's Trials, it will be extremely highly recommended. That's like double positives or double positives on that. I'm really recommended that you do all 4 of those at minimum to say that you finished the Caster Trials. Now, of course, there's 7 of them, and the optional ones are the dual cast, post solo, and reflection. Dual cast, self-explanatory, just you and another person co-casting together. Post solo, after you finish all the other trials, do another solo so we can see how you have improved and see if you try to apply what you learned in the other trials to your new style of casting, with air quotes. And the last one is a reflection, which is just basically an interview. That's all it's going to be. This is a fancy word for interview. It will basically be conducted by probably me, and I'll say, hey, okay, so your solo cast, you said this, that, and the other, and then when you did your POV cast, you were forced to blah, blah, blah. How did you adjust? And you explain, oh yeah, you know, I did this, and instead of hitting Q every time to bring up the graphs, I actually clicked on it so people could see and blah, and I explained the goal graph more, and I looked at statistics more. I don't know, something like that. And that would basically be that. And once again, the whole goal of all these trials are to just build experience, test your skills, and garner exposure. Those are the main 3 things. So hopefully by the time you finish with all this madness, you'll feel like you're a better caster at the end of the day, and viewers will be able to see that. So presentation, pretty much any page that's related with CastNet, we'll try to post everything that you've done relative to the Caster Trials on that to help push you out there. As of right now, we have the Google Plus page, the Steam group page, and the YouTube page, which is the biggest one. And I don't know if we're going to get on Reddit or Twitter, but Twitter eventually, Reddit maybe. I might just do that through my usual Reddit for Dota stuff, my Cool Blue account. Anyway, so yeah, we're just going to use CastNet pages, but idealistically, we want to put you guys on our YouTube page, whether it's through making a playlist where you post it on your own channel, but we make a playlist on our channel and people can watch it from there, or it's directly through us uploading the video on YouTube in the name of you, the caster / content producer, and putting it up there so people can see it. And there's a snapshot of our YouTube page because I couldn't figure out what else to put there. I put a nice little background there so it looks prettier now. It's getting there, guys. It's getting there. And in summary, the whole purpose of the Caster Trials are to build up your caster profile. I guess it's kind of like we're working on your resume as far as casting goes. This is the casting equivalent to a resume, which is what I hope it will become. Maybe it's not the most efficient way to do things. Maybe it's not the best way to do things, but I think we need something as far as casters go to help ourselves prove to other people easier that, hey, we're competent casters, hey, we're good at this, hey, I have some bad spots here and I have some bad spots there, but I'm good at this part. See, look, I'm really good at the POV, but I really suck at the play-by-play, and I know that, and I'm working on it. So the whole purpose of this is to build your caster profile so that other people can easily say, okay, you're a good caster, sure, you can cast for the International 7, hashtag RoTI13. Moving on, 7 trials total. Remember, they're the solo cast, the audio only cast, the POV cast, the quad cast, the dual cast, the post solo, and the reflection, which is all 7 trials. And all are welcome to do it. So guys, like I said before, I'm a heavily Dota focused person because I'm a Dota commentator myself. I have my YouTube page and all that stuff. You guys, if you want to know about that, just post a comment, I'll give you the links for that. But all are welcome to do is for any game to do. I highly encourage anybody who's in the esports casting arena in general, I don't care whether you're big, small, with Join Dota, with Beyond the Summit, with that group over there, with the Zyoro's group, I forgot his group's name, but with those guys, Talk Dota, with anybody. I don't really care who you're with. If you're just with any esports casting in general, I highly encourage you to create some sort of system like this, so that way people who are trying to break into casting can find a way to get their name out there, you know, get some exposure, get their legs wet in the water, and show people, hey, I can cast because I, just like Purge, did this audio cast, or I, just like 2GD, did this POV only cast, and I was good at it. I don't know, something like that. Because really, as far as esports growing, which is what I'm all about, which is what CastNet is all about, as far as growing esports, we just need to keep working on our skill level. I guess is the best way to say it. I'm not saying everybody's bad, I'm just saying there are a lot of complaints from viewers, and a lot of them are just trolling, sure, but some of them have merit. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video there because I've rambled on for too long. So for this video, this was the CasterNet Casters Trials introduction, I guess. For everybody who liked it, any questions, comments, concerns, please leave in the comments below. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you like our videos, please subscribe. I'm not too sure how you're gonna like our videos yet, but because we only have 2. But soon we're gonna have like a whole slew of videos, whether it's just all my videos or maybe it's me and Smoy's videos. But it'll be videos, guys. It's coming soon. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and we'll see you guys whenever.